Alright guys, so we've done one example. I've kind of shown you how I would grade it on the test with the blue stuff. The test is coming on Wednesday. There are 2 T-proofs at the very end. There are multiple choice as you get closer to the T-proofs. Everything's worth something, so you have to know how to work these things out. And even if you can't get to the end, can you at least start the process? What are the directions?
Verify.
So what does that mean?
We gotta do a T-proof.
Gotta do a T. You get 2 points for writing the T and doing what? Choosing a side. Come on, cool kids. Everybody should know. What side are we choosing?
Cosine X.
Cosine X, let's go! No! That's horrible. That would be awful.
It'd be fun. Really easy.
That'd be fun for some and torture for most.
Give it 3 minutes.
Say laugh.
Because of your
Stop. Where's the love? Safe place.
Love.
That didn't count.
I just have a loud laugh. Leave me alone.
Oh, good try. No one's gonna forget.
Question! What? Wait, you already got 2 points, right?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. You got 1/4 the points.
Just got the top thing.
To get a couple more points, you just have to make a legal step. A legal step? Okay, well, legal step. Kiddos, look at your formulas. We have some options. Nathan, what's something that you saw?
Oh, I'm gonna do the 5.5.
The sum and difference from 5/4.
Yeah.
We can do that. Alright. You guys see it? If you look at your formulas, or in 5/4, the ones we highlighted. Cosine of, I'm just going to do one of them. U plus V. I'm just going to write it out so that those who don't have the formulas, shame on you, can still benefit. Cosine U, cosine V, signs change. Sine U, sine T. This is the one they saw, so this is the one we're going for. So you guys see how I'm just plugging and chugging? Hold on, check it out, check it out. Cosine U, cosine V, I'm using it for the first one. I'm just doing this guy right now. Minus sine U, sine V. Plus. You do the same thing. Remember, it's co-co, so cosine pi over 3. Cosine x, but what's different for the second one that has a minus? Yeah, flips the sign to now a plus. Oh. Yep, that's exactly what I did as well. Actually, I might not in this problem for the x. Hey, we just got 4 points out of 8. Just by doing something legal. Does anybody know another legal step that we can take? If there's a pi over 3 inside, Jason, what would you do?
Convert it.
No? Tyler, what are you saying?
Unit circle.
Unit circle. There's a pi over 3. We can do those.
Cosine.
I mean, cosine over 60.
Yeah, Austin's
1
got
over 2.
it.
1/2.
Because pi over 3 is 60, right? And 60 has a cosine of 1/2. Remember, the cosine gets substituted for 1/2. There's a cosine x left. Minus. Uh-oh, wait. Hold on, we need the other guy.
3 over 2.
Got it. That substitutes for sine. Plus. Oh, we already know this one. 1/2, right? Plus root 3 over 2. Times sine. Jacob, what do you see? What can we do?
You can subtract the square root of it. Oh wait.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
And when you subtract, well, we put them together, there's a minus, right? When you put them together, what happens to all those sine thingies? Yeah. Yeah, combine those two. We have the root 3 over 2 sine x with a negative, root 3 over 2 with a, 2 does not root 2. And what do we do with the 1/2 cosine, 1/2 cosine, David? Yeah, what do we get?
1 cosine.
Everyone was excited because what does that mean?
Cosine equals cosine.
Trying to give you guys hope as to these T proofs. I know some of you are scared, but look, there's 2 points. Look, there's 2 points. Look, there's 2 points. Look, there's 2 points. You got 8 out of 8. The only other way I would think of would be the sum to product one. And you could have done cosine U plus cosine V. It just would have been proof. The sum and difference, I think, is the easiest way to solve this one. Alright, I'll show you guys how I grade it, but done. Okay, so what directions did we just work on today in these 2 examples? Verify. And what are you doing when you see verify?
Freaking out.
T proof. You can freak out. You can allow yourself 5 seconds. Like just count down your hand. Be like freak out. Okay, let's go. Okay, that's it. That's all you got. That's all you're allowed to freak out for. 5 seconds. Then you have to look at your formula sheet. Well, no. Don't do that yet. Draw a T and pick a side, and then go look at your formula sheet and try to get some points. Now, what other directions have we seen? Ooh, how do you find solutions? No T, right, Ricky? I don't see a T. Do you see a T, Caleb? I don't see a T either. I see numbers and letters too. Did I move the 1 to the other side?
It would appear that you did.
I think I'm like solving stuff, yeah? Did I multiply sine 3x minus sine x on the other side?
Most happy.
Aw, we didn't get to finish this one on Friday. One last example. One last example, and I'm so sorry I messed up your notes. I forgot that we didn't do this one. But this is a different type of direction, right? This one means solve, and whenever it means solve, we need to go to our unit circle, but we need to get stuff simplified for ourselves to be able to solve. Do you guys see why I'm using this formula over here?
Yes.
You see the pattern? Okay, now what is that formula? Sine U minus sine V. Uh-oh.
Sine. That would be sine. It's the yeah, that one that we just did.
Yeah, it's the it's actually not the sum or difference one.
Oh.
It's the sum to product one. Now that's a nasty one, but hold on, someone has those formulas written down.
I do.
Abby, I think you have them.
Sine
Do you have them written down? The sum to product one? Oh, you don't have to memorize. Does anybody write down the ones that you don't have to memorize?
I did.
I think you have the good ones written down.
Wait, we have to do that? No, can't we just use can't we use this one? Or the sine?
You don't want that one.
We don't that one. I have the bottom of there. The ones that we don't have to memorize.
Aha! Okay, hold on. We got one.
You're no help.
I have it.
Sine of U minus sine of V. These are the sums of product. You don't have to memorize them, but they will be on the sheet, and they might show up in a problem. But the problem where you get to use the formula sheet for, okay? Sine of U minus V. Literally, that's what's on the left. You get 2 cosine U plus V over 2 times sine U minus V over 2. Now these are easy to get mixed up. On these ones, I would double, triple check that you wrote it right. 2 cosine U plus V over 2 sine of U minus V over 2. Ugh, that looks not fun. Okay, what are we gonna do? Yeah. So we have 2 cosine of U is 3x, right? And V is x. U is 3x, V is x. So I have 3x plus x over 2. Just plugging into my formula over here. And I have sine of U minus V, 3x minus x over 2. Can we simplify some stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, 3x plus 1x. Remember, if there's not a 1 in front, it's understood.
4x.
4x. What's 4x over 2?
2x.
2x. And then we have sine of 3x minus x is
2x.
and 2x over 2 is
1x.
How did this help us?
Now we can get rid of the cosine 2x, I think.
Okay. If you divide both sides by cosine 2x, algebraically, I see what you're trying to do. But in this example, you're going to get rid of half the solutions because you're just crossing them out and ignoring them. Is there another way to go besides division? There's two ways to get rid of this guy. One is to divide by, and the other way is to
Subtract?
subtract.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Why is subtraction better?
Because it gets rid of one of the cosine too.
Yeah, it gets everything to one side equal to 0, which algebraically I like things equal to 0 for factoring purposes. And then both terms share cosine 2x, so I have 2 sine x minus 1. Remember, double check it. It needs to be able to distribute back in. I'm not doing that, I'm just showing you this works. And it factors out by dividing that common term. Now, algebraically, what do we do?
Sine x.
Set each equal to 0. Okay, this would not be a long answer problem, this would be a multiple choice problem. However, the multiple choice problems, remember the T proofs are 8 points each? Multiple choice are 4 points each because you have a lot more of them. If you can show me some legal work, I can give you partial credit. This is a test where I am giving partial credit on all the problems if you have legal steps, even if you can't get to the end. So you don't want to give up, you don't want to just skip problems because you don't like them. If it looks long, go to other ones that look faster and then come back. That's a great strategy. But do the best you can. Now we're kind of stuck unless we think about how we need to go to the unit circle, right? We can, hopefully you guys can see, we can solve for sine. When does sine equal positive 1/2? Do we have an interval?
How was that?
Or we do 0 to pi? We're only allowed to look here and here. Because of our interval, we're only allowed to look at 0 to pi. Some of you have already realized pi over 6, sine does equal 1/2 at pi over 6. Is there anywhere else 0 to pi where sine equals positive 1/2? Sine is positive where else?
Oh, darn it.
Remember, sine is positive both places. So we have pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. There are two answers. I'm glad we got this problem because this is a great one to review. He's tricky. Over here on the left-hand side, do I look at the 2x first or the cosine? Do you remember? The cosine. So we have to ask ourselves the question, when does cosine equal, remember, I'm just setting the 2x and I'm asking myself the question, when does cosine equal 0?
At 90.
Now Caleb's looking at his table. Remember, for the problem portion, can you write out the cheater chart and have it on the test and use it? Does that make sense? Yeah. But you have to know it to be able to write it. Once I pass out the test, can you start frantically writing the entire unit circle for second, third, fourth quadrants?
Yes.
Sure, if you want to.
Which I'm going to.
Okay, do what you need to do so that you have the unit circle to use. I'm not giving you that, I'm giving you all the trig formulas. Unit circle is up to you. What else is up to you? The Pythagorean theorem. That's about it, as far as formulas go. Okay, so when does cosine equal 0? At 90. If you're a unit circle person, this is the place where x equals 0. So at 90 is pi over 2, right? Now this is a little tricky, but 2x basically says there's twice as many answers as we're used to. I know that's kind of weird to think about. We're going to cut each of our answers in half. So as we look up here, is there any other place in the entire unit circle that cosine equals 0? Yeah, the bottom one also, but it looks like it doesn't work, right? It's outside where we need it to be. Let's just go ahead and write them just in case, because I think that 2x might, when we divide by 2, might allow a few more angles in. Remember, we got to get rid of that 2 now. We have some angles. Now it's time to divide both sides by 2 or multiply by 1/2. Careful, multiply by 1/2.
Pi over 4.
Yeah, pi over 4.
Oh, pi over 4.
Does that make sense? Divide by 2 or times 1/2. So pi times 1 and 2 times 2.
Oh, okay.
Why did I write that other angle? What happens when I multiply 3 pi over 2 times 1 half?
3 pi over 4.
Hey, do both of these fit?
Yes.
So the struggle with the 2x when we were doing that cosine is we might accidentally just pick one of the angles because he's the only one that looks to fit, but when we multiply by that 1 half, the other one fits as well. So whenever you see a 2x or a 3x or a 4x, I don't think you'll see anything in solving an equation bigger than a 2x. But whenever you see that, just think, you know what, maybe I should do a couple extra angles just to be safe, because it's not until the final answer where you determine, hey, both of those fit, sweet, they're both answers. Do you guys see the difference between how answers look for a solve equation and a verify equation? You see the difference, right? T-proofs for verify. Solve, we gotta actually try to get everything to one side, really. Something that we can factor, or maybe some of them don't need factoring, maybe we just need to move all the numbers to one side, kind of like we did down here. We're solving and we're going to our unit circle in order to be able to get actual answers, okay? I wanted to make sure that we finish those examples before the review, because remember, kiddos, in chapter 5, kind of like the same directions kept on showing up. All that changed were formulas. 5, 4 on. Let me go ahead and show you the chapter review homework. I think I have it right behind here. If you guys want to take a picture of it, that way you don't have to look it up later. Or if you want to write down your spiral, you still have 3 minutes to write down your spiral. As you guys write down the review, I'm going to pass out the 5-1, 5-2 quizzes. Remember, that was a long time ago. You had first just seen T-proofs. If you don't like your grade, come in today, come in tomorrow. Ask me questions. I'll be here till at least 4 today. Tomorrow there's basketball games. Okay. So come in today or tomorrow lunchtime. Okay, come in today or come in tomorrow lunchtime. But let me pass out your quizzes. When you hear your name, come to me, please. Lauren. Alex. Maddie. Oh, sorry, Maddie Garcia. Jane. Jesse. Oh, Maddie's got it. I didn't see that.
You don't even care
Ricky.
about students?
Nathan. Mason. Naomi. Funny, look at that. Nadia. Mia. Jacob. Jacob, Austin, Cameron. Whoa.
Charlie horse. Good job.
I didn't hear anything. He ran into the desk.
She appears to be lying sprawled on the floor. So
Emily.
I believe you did hit her.
Oh. What'd you do?
Patty Fuller.
My tie went into the
Kayla,
corner of the desk.
Sam.
I'm gonna die. So
Tyler Bennett.
Ricky, what you get?
9.
Other than that's paid from Denise.
Is the wait,
Justin.
Misty? Before you said it, and I was doing homework. Was the test review tomorrow?
Spirals on Wednesday. No spirals. Jason.
What part? Oh yeah, right there.
Lucas. Wait. Abby. Yvette. Tyler. David.
Why'd you make me almost laugh?
I said 9.
Yeah, I told Ricky that I got red.
So Maddie Garcia's the only one done? Kiddos, tomorrow, wait. Tomorrow, it's almost half your test score. What are you gonna do? Study what?
I actually really like that. It's kind of satisfying.
Michael gives you a little more time to study problems tomorrow.
It's like, but it's satisfying. I like it. Do it again.
Come on, the formulas will help your grade.
You enjoy that sound, Patrick.
I was a little scared by the sound.
You actually enjoy that sound.
Yeah, it's a nice sound.
That sound makes you happy.
Something.
Yes.
Yes.
Fine.
You know what other sounds make me happy?
I don't want to
The
know.
sounds of a shotgun bullet in your forehead.
Something murdery.